Let me set the scene. You're in a dark juke joint with blue smoke hanging in the air at about eye level. You just witnessed the greatest blues performance of your life. The man who just finished that performance stumbles off the stage, guitar in hand. He picks up a whiskey bottle, takes a long swig, and falls over dead as a hammer. That was Robert Johnson, 27 Club original, and maybe the dude who sold his soul to the devil for a killer lick. I'll be looking into this tragic tale for the next few minutes, so stick around. This one is, as they say in the business, a hit. How's it going, friends, comrades? Dave. I'm the average fat guy, you're whoever you are, and this one's the one about the blues man and the devil. This is the second installment of my 27 Club series. If you missed the first one, it's an overview of the myth. The series started with a college paper on Robert Johnson. That A was enough to get me a passing grade in the class, so I feel like I owe the dude. In this video, I'm going to give Robert Johnson and maybe even the devil his due. So exactly who was Robert Johnson? He's the blues god that kicked off this whole 27 Club thing. Is it a curse or just hard living? Whatever it is, I'm just here for the story. In this one, you can expect music, mystery, and maybe even me wondering why I didn't trade my soul for a treadmill instead of a six-pack. How was I supposed to know the devil was going to give me beer and not abs? So sit back, relax, and let's hit the Delta dirt looking for Robert Johnson. So this all too short story starts on May the 11th. I knew I'd blow that. So this all too short story starts on May the 8th, 1911 in Hazelhurst, Mississippi. Robert Johnson is dirt poor. His mother picks cotton and his father is out of the picture. The poor kid's got a bad hand and worse luck. He's orphaned young and shuffled around like a bad playlist. At some point, he picks up a beat-up guitar and starts playing. The louder he plays, the bigger he dreams. The only problem, he sucks. He really sucks. Like me trying to sing karaoke when I'm drinking sucks. The locals boo him off stage. Tell him not to quit his day job. It's just a bad look. During all this, he gets married at 19. And almost immediately, his wife is pregnant. Both mother and child die in childbirth. This dude's got tragedy on speed dial. If ever there was a blues man, this is the dude. But he keeps picking that old guitar and chasing them train tracks. He's in his early 20s. He's got a cheap guitar and zero game. But that's just his opening act. Here's where it starts getting good. Around 1931, Robert vanishes. Not a trace. Homeboy just straight ghosts everybody. He's gone for months. No location sharing in them days, so nobody knows where he is, or even if he's alive at this point. So he rolls back into town, and now this dude can play. And not like play, but homeboy can play. He's ripping through songs like Crossroads Blues and Sweet Home Chicago like it's cool. This stuff's so good it's evil. People lose their minds. Homeboy left a zero and came back a hero. Cue the rumor mill. He stopped by the Crossroads, Clarksdale, Dockery, hell, maybe even in Havenhurst. Pick wherever, whatever, tiny little hamlet, some crossroads somewhere. And at the stroke of midnight, some tall, good-looking cat in a clean pressed suit without a speck of dust on them high-shine Oxfords comes strolling down. Without a word, he just looks at Robert and reaches down and picks up that old guitar and tunes it up real nice. And he looks Robert dead in his eyes and he says, "I can make you play like a king, but I'll make you cash out early." Some of them old folks say that when the devil told Robert it cost him his soul, he said, "That's fine. I ain't using it for nothing, no way." Next thing you know, Robert's not a blues man. He's not even the blues man. Homeboy is the blues incarnate. And folks just keep whispering. That ain't practice, that's dark magic. As for me, I don't reckon I'd take that deal. Now Robert's really rolling. He's got gigs everywhere. Can't keep the guy off stage. Plus there's women, whiskey, he's got the works. He's singing Me and the Devil Blues, Hello Satan, I Believe It's Time to Go, like he's leaving notes on some demonic refrigerator. Blues falling down like hail, hell howling on my trail. I mean, most of his stuff's got like haunted house level vibes. Robert Johnson has 29 tracks, all recorded between 1936 and 1937 in cheap motel rooms on crappy mics, and every track he made is solid gold. On top of that, only 2 photographs of him exist. One of him in a sharp suit and the other with that old guitar. And that's it. At this point, he's living fast, he's paranoid, he's always checking his rearview. Now you have to bear in mind, to a lot of Delta folks back then, hoodoo was very real. Dark deals, curses, you name it, somebody had it at the time. This likely played into Robert's paranoia at the time. He's hearing everywhere that Robert Johnson made a deal with the devil, and knowing full well that it's him, maybe he started to believe some of the rumors about himself. I mean, Robert Johnson's the poster boy for paranoia. Hell, I'd be paranoid too if I thought the devil had my number. In one of the stories, Robert Johnson's playing somewhere near Greenwood and flirts with the wrong gal, and her old man spikes his whiskey. As the story goes, it might have been strychnine. 3 days later, he drops dead. Or maybe he was murdered by that gal he flirted with. Some of the stories say it wasn't poison at all. Some of the stories say he was hit by a train. Some of the stories say that he was stabbed to death. All we know for sure is there was no real autopsy done. We have no autopsy. All we have are rumors. Was it bad booze? An angry lover? A jealous lover? Complications from syphilis? I mentioned syphilis because that's yet another rumor that was spread about Johnson's death. Robert Johnson was ultimately buried in an unmarked grave, but his music is immortal. Giants like Eric Clapton, Jimi Hendrix, and the Rolling Stones stand on Robert Johnson's shoulders. Like I said in my paper, Robert Johnson changed the face of music. I'll stand on that. Was it a curse? A devil's deal? Or was it just a short, wild ride? It beats me. My money's on jealous lover. Robert Johnson was known at the time to chase married women, most specifically because they wouldn't chase him. He didn't much have to worry about a lover from the next town over coming to find him on his next gig. Kind of freed him up to play the field. Like everyone else in this case, I can't be certain. I can just speculate. But what do I know? I'm just a fat man who survived past 27 without a soundtrack. So that's Robert Johnson, the blues man who might just have shook hands with the devil. Who is your favorite member of the 27 Club? Leave it down in the comments and maybe I'll get to that one next. Let me know your theories about this one too. I'm real interested to see what you guys come up with. Like, comment, share, subscribe. That keeps me popping up in yours and everybody else's feed. You've done this before. You've been on YouTube. And if the 27 Club isn't your thing, let me know the next mystery or weird topic that you'd like me to research and do a video on because, well, I've got a lot of free time and a good internet connection, so I'll do the legwork and tell you about it. So that's it for this one. I'm the Average Fat Guy, and remember, don't linger past midnight at the crossroads. You never know who's going to come walking by.